Today we have Eric Hammond. Good morning, Eric.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
And Eric today is going to talk about why you should use social media in 2019. Yes, you are using social media, but are you using it the right way? And Eric, let's start with the first question, which is, why should an agent bother with social media if other marketing is already working for them?
That's a good question. I get that a lot. I talk to a lot of real estate agents and they're like, look, I've been spending money on social media. It's just not working out. I don't know if I'm committed anymore. I don't see anybody getting any results from it. Guys, it's working. Facebook wouldn't be around if advertising on it didn't work. That's how they make their money. But what most agents fail to realize is that it's a long-term game. I think that there's a lot of different ways to skin this cat of marketing and finding new clients to work with. And you can't just put all your eggs in one basket, right? Because things change. I think a lot of agents will stick with the big one of door knocking or phone calling and just say, like, that's my bread and butter. That's what Tom Ferry taught me how to do. That's what I learned, 10 years ago, or that's what all the big agents did. And it's true, they did. But social media is one of those things that it works and it runs in the background and it can be a huge tool for your success, but it needs to be in partnership with all your other marketing. It shouldn't just be the standalone thing that happens in your business, right? You should never invest all your eggs into one basket. So you need to think about other marketing that you're doing and how to harmonize the two together.
Now, we're talking about ads. We're not talking about like being present and being on social media every day, correct? We're talking about spending money in social media. Is that
both? I'm going to talk about both, because whether you're spending physical dollars or you're spending your own time to do something on social media, it's still costing you money, right? Because if you're spending your time on Facebook, you're not out door knocking and you're not out prospecting. So I think you can kind of think of them both ways, but yeah, we can break them out and talk about them separately too.
Yes, because one thing that is very tough is, even if you have a budget for social media, how do you know how to manage it too? We're a real estate agent. We're here and we're supposed to sell and building a relationship with our clients, but now we have to be social media expert.
Yeah, yep. You got to figure out these new platforms and they change all the time. There's different versions of it, and how much money do I invest in Instagram versus Facebook versus YouTube and everything else that you have to choose from. It's tricky. I would say there's no rule of thumb to follow, except that you have to test. You have to try something for a while and see what works and then make corrections. And every week try something different and keep going with it. I can guarantee that there's probably somebody in your local market or myself who would be happy to kind of point you in some directions and say, try this, because it's going to weed out hours and hours and hours of trying to figure out how to do something. But for the most part, it is a trial and error, and no two agents can market the same. I get that all the time. Like, you're helping these other agents get results. Just copy and paste and do that same thing for me. It doesn't work that way. You have a different audience. You have a different demographic. You have different interests. You have different ways of selling your service and everything that you do. So there's no exact perfect way to market on social media, unfortunately.
And you're totally right. And I think what a lot of real estate agents should do is to look at more what the other agent is doing in the area and see what's working. If you know one agent is getting a lot of views or is getting a lot of clicks, give him a call. Ask him for a couple pointers.
Yeah. Here's another trick that this came out this year, which is kind of a fun one. Facebook lets you now spy on your competition. It's great. So if you know a really good agent in your area who's killing it on social media, specifically Facebook for this example, go find their business page, and then over on the left-hand side, apparently which way this camera's facing, go to the left-hand side where it says the about and the home and the photos and all that, and all the way at the bottom, there's one that says info and advertisements. And if you click on that button, it'll show you all the advertisements that business is showing. So you can see how they're advertising to your demographic potentially if they're in your area. Or maybe you go to a big Tom Ferry summit or some real estate coach and you meet an agent who's just crushing it in real estate. Go see what they're doing on social media. It's a great way to kind of sneak around and see what's going on.
At that, Eric. So if I find some real estate agents like ads, I can click on it and see what they do and what kind of audience they're targeting.
All you can do is see what type of ads they're putting. It won't tell you the audience that they're marketing towards. But like, let's say you got ABC Real Estate, this huge company in your area, and you just can't keep up with them. They're just running phenomenal stuff, getting business from social media, and hear about this. All you have to do is go search for their page on Facebook, go find it. And then on the left-hand side, it'll be that information about what ads they're actually running. It'll show you all the ads. I mean, some agents are running one ad, some are running 20. It'll show you all of them and everything that they have going on right now. So, right, as a lot of people say, you know, copy what other people are doing and you're going to get the same results. You got to tweak it for your audience, of course, but yeah.
Yes, I think you need to copy what other people are doing and make it a little, you know, add a little personal touch to it.
Yep.
You know? Yep. Now let's talk about business page vs personal. Can you just have a personal page and create content on there, or do you have to create a business profile too?
Good question. So I'm just going to put it out there. If you're not on social media, at least have a personal page, okay? Because I know some people who are like, I'm still not on Facebook, and I'm still not on Instagram, and I'm never going to be there. Guys, your family wants you there, your friends want you there. It's just such an easy way. Just sign up today, go play around with it, mess around over Christmas, post a couple photos of your holidays and all that kind of stuff. Just be online. So if you're not online, at least set up a personal page and get to know it. But if you have a business and you've been on social media for a while and you have just a personal page, break out and go set up your business page today too. There's so much more that you can do. It gives you a lot more numbers. It gives you a lot more of the analytics. It tells you who your audience is. It makes better suggestions on who you should advertise to. Facebook makes it a lot easier for you to figure out a platform when you have a business profile. And you can set up a lot more about sections and videos and things that you want your audience to see rather than just the stream of content that you're going to show. I'm not going to get into the whole like separate your personal and work life because you need to do that, but there's advantages to having a business account.
Well, if you're in real estate, you're a salesperson. If you're a salesperson, you should be in social media, period. It should be part of your day. I don't think it should be anymore about, oh, I like it or not. If you care about your client, you want your client to see who you are, you want to share knowledge with your client, you should be on social media. And you do it for your client, and that's it. And I think just the personal profile, if you don't want to get too complicated, because I'm a big believer that the business is more when you do an ad or you do a boost. But on your personal profile, you can just post one thing and get like 100 views without doing much. And it's free. Why not doing it? You know?
So get personal about it, right? Like go follow the schools that your children are part of and go follow the communities that you live in and go follow the HOA that you're part of or any other groups that you're part of and just get yourself out there. It's social. It's a social network, right? Like be friendly and go meet people. And it's amazing how many followers you'll just get organically if you're just interactive and start sharing, like you said, parts of your life. You know, talk about the things that are going on in your life right now, what your kids are doing, how they're doing it, the things that you're excited about. If there's any book clubs you're part of, just share that personal life with people. And it's amazing what that will attract back to you.
Remember, if you want to ask a question to Eric, you can go ahead and type it and we will be happy to answer it.
Yeah.
Now, Eric, going back to our conversation, I look at Facebook like almost like a networking. You know, you walk into a room and you start socializing with people. And that's what you need to look at. You can pick a time during the day and say, you know what, at this time, it's my networking time. And I'm going to walk to that room and socialize with everyone. It's easy because now you can do it from home. You can do it from the office. You don't have to go to the Chamber of Commerce or going to a lunch somewhere and just do it in social media if you don't want to, you know, go live.
Yeah.
So,
now, one of the things that a lot of real estate coaches taught, right, was go join a couple BNIs or these networking groups. And, you know, you had to get dressed up. You had to pay to join, all these kind of things. Like you said, you can do it at home in your pajamas while you're laying in bed at night if you want to. I mean, guys, there's millions and millions of groups that you can join online. Some of them are private and you have to ask for permission, but go find 10 groups in your area and just start following along the conversation and just saying, hey, I have a dog like that too. I love this dog park. Or yeah, I read that book last week. It was amazing. And here's the things I learned from it. Just contribute and bring value and you're going to have a ton of friends on there. It's a great, easy social place.
Now, like we talked earlier, whatever you've been doing in 2018, you should have new social media goal for 2019. Like you and I spoke earlier, for me was in 2018, I really wanted to do more videos. And my 2019, I'm like, you know what? Now I get that fear away from me to like go live and talk to everyone. And for 2019, I want to be more consistent, doing more video and being consistent in my video. What do you think people should do What's very important when it comes to social media in 2019?
It depends where you are, because if you're Jessica and you're killing it in social media and you're all over the place, you have different goals than most agents who are just afraid to even pick up their phone and go live, right? Like just that intimidation of hitting that live button and realizing that no holds back, I gotta go live right now and talk to the world, can be super scary. So here's my goal for you. If you've never gone live, try to do it once in January, just to do it. And maybe it's just a private video that you only share with yourself, but at least try it, hold the phone up, go live for a few seconds and just say, hey, here I am, here's what I'm doing. I'm trying out this new platform that Eric told me to do, and I'm doing it. I'm crushing my goals this year, whatever you have to say. So if you haven't gone live, try to go live. The thing that I would say too, if you're not doing video yet, get comfortable with it, like you said. If you can notice here in the corner of my thing, I have a green screen. I have a green screen in my house. I'm in my house right now, my home office, because I do so much video, and I've ramped up my video this year because I know that it works. We do a lot of green screen videos. We do a lot of live videos. I do a lot of videos outside to incorporate the beautiful San Diego area that we live in. It's just something that I'm getting more comfortable with. Like Jessica said, yeah, I got my orange shades and here they are right here. My orange shades, and I'm ready to go. And so get comfortable with video. If it's not live, figure out how to make a video once a week. That would be my goal for you too, is come up with some video once a week on a regular basis and stay consistent with it. That's what Jessica was saying, is she's trying to stay consistent with her content. We do this show live, Jessica does, every single week, right? You guys interview incredible people. You have great content on here. Imagine the results, guys, if you in your real estate world had some form of content that you could share every single week with your followers. Whether you're interviewing lenders or title companies or contractors in your area, just share some piece of value with your audience. It could be for 4 minutes, something simple, but just get in the habit of doing something on a regular basis.
Local business, your friends, your sphere, just do a quick interview. They're going to be proud that they can see a video on Facebook.
Yeah. Here's a big tip too. A lot of those guys would love the business, and as you build up your audience, they'll probably be happy to support you in marketing this content out there. So if you said, look, I only want to spend a couple bucks a week on promoting my videos and getting it out to my audience, Mr. Restaurant Owner, if I talk about your pizza place and how amazing it is, would you help contribute to my budget this week and helping me promote your business? I guarantee they'd be happy to do something like that if you had the right pitch. And
even though they're going to get a video, because a lot of these like small restaurant and things like that, they don't have time to create a video or to go live. Even though you can give them a video of them talking about the restaurant and talking about the local area, wow, that's like a big present for them. And it doesn't cost anything to the agent.
Yeah. So go find some local sponsors and help promote your videos.
Now let's talk about social media advertising. I see a lot of real estate agents that try to promote their listing online, and I get a lot of feedback where I'm not getting any result from advertising on social media. What do you think they can do to get better result, or what do you think they are doing wrong?
Okay, so that ties into my last comment that we were just talking about. Most agents, most of you guys out there are saying, all right, I got an open house this weekend and I'm super excited, and it's Thursday and I've got 2 days to invite 40 people to this open house. So I'm gonna go create this simple little ad on Facebook, post my little teeny picture, and hope that 50 people show up. Problem is, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, and sometimes you're in an area where there's not that many sales, and an open house like this can be fantastic. But for the most part, you spend 20, 40, 50 bucks and nobody shows up, and it's crickets, and you wonder what happened. It's not the audience, it's not Facebook, and it's probably not you. It's the fact that there's a lot going on in people's lives that maybe you didn't plan ahead far enough, and that Facebook buries your content amongst everything else that's coming out right now. So Facebook and all social media advertising is not like a shotgun approach where you just shoot out an ad and hope that you get results. It's a long-term strategy. So guys, number one, if you're gonna have an open house, like plan for 2 weeks and spend a good budget behind it and invite people and tell them how amazing this house is and the value that's gonna come from owning this house and all the features and benefits of it. But a better way to do it is, like we were just talking about with the restaurant owner, have weekly content. If you have some type of a budget, or if you're going to spend any money on Facebook, have these videos that are going to bring value to the clients that you work with. And I'm not saying the guys who are going to list their house today. It's the people who are 6, 9, 12 months out, who've been thinking about selling their house, who are looking to find a trusted advisor, somebody that they can trust and count on to sell their house, who knows the business. And by you sharing content over and over and over and over and over and over, week after week, that's what's going to bring value to your clients. And they're going to see you show up in their feed. And over time, you're going to gain that trust. That's how you advertise on Facebook.
Yes, and you have to be consistent. And something you mentioned earlier is you need 2 weeks. You can't decide to do an ad on Facebook 3 days before an open house or 3 days before your whatever you're trying to advertise. It takes 3 days, I think, to just the ad to pick up. So you need a minimum of 2 weeks, minimum 1 week. That would be the minimum. If you do 3 days before an open house and you try to do an ad, forget about it. You just put your money in the trash.
Yep. Honestly, you're going to get a few views and you're going to get people to see it, but they're not the people that are going to be coming to that open house.
No, they're not. And another thing you mentioned is you have to be consistent. I think sometimes the agent are scared that they're emailing the client too much. I think if you bring value to your client, they don't care to receive something from you every week. But it has to be consistent and there has to be something in value. And it can be, everything has to be connected. One time is an email, another time you can do social media, and after that they're going to see your ads. So now they have different way to remember who you are.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about Facebook around here. It's a platform that I love, and that was one of the things I want to bring up too. If you're just going to pick one social media platform, you should pick Facebook because that's probably the largest demographic of where your audience is going to be. However, I support all social media platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, even Snapchat and YouTube and Twitter and everything else that's out there. And that's the point is some people are just on 1 or 2 platforms. They might not be on Facebook. My wife, who fits the Facebook platform demographic perfectly, she doesn't even have the app on her phone. So you don't know how people are going to be on social media. And that means that you need to be everywhere. So again, one of the goals this year is maybe get out of Facebook and try being on Twitter once a week. Try posting something to LinkedIn once a month. Try uploading a video to YouTube once a month. Try expanding your horizons and being everywhere because people are going to digest your content in a whole lot of different ways.
And now there is so many different ways you can advertise. I really like the story feature for people like me who are not big in writing and putting long messages. I love story because it's great for me. I'm more a, marketing creative. I love to take picture and have just one word for it. So now you have stories, and yes, I don't think you should just use Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram is bigger than Facebook. And I see some people then on an Instagram, I'm like, oh my, you have to use Instagram now for ads and communication. I can see the big difference. Like when I started Instagram 5 years ago and today, the communication I'm getting and I'm building way more relationship now through Instagram than Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, I think then, and they say that, Facebook's a better way to find the audience in the beginning, but bring them over to Instagram because they're going to convert better there. So your conversions are going to be much more successful on Instagram. It's more of a personal connection there than Facebook offers.
Yes. Now, if an agent has a small budget, like $20 per week to spend on social media, is it even worth it to market themselves? And if yes, what should they do? Because one-man show might not have like us hundreds and thousands of dollars to spend on social media. What do we do for agents who only have a small budget of less than $100 a month or $20 a week?
Yeah, so $20 is a good number. It is low. It's $3 a day if you break it down, right? It's not much. I think the minimum, depending on which campaign that you're in right now, it changes from time to time, is $2 a day. So if you're like, I'm just going the bare minimum, I think it's $2 a day. But let's just say your budget's $20. So everyone's got $20 they can spend. $20 per week, okay? And I know some agents are going to be like, I spend $50,000 a year on my marketing. It works for you too. You just got to adjust it a little bit. So if you had $20, this is my suggestion. I would go create some type of a video like this. It could be on your desktop. It could be on your phone. It could be somewhere. I would consider bringing value. It's not, hey, come to my open house. It's this weekend. It's 9 to 5. I'm only going to be there for a few minutes. You got to come by this house. That's not the right ad. It needs to be value. So lay out a content calendar for you this year. Pick the topics that you're going to discuss. Map it out. Plan strategically. Don't wake up on Thursday and say, man, it's been 2 weeks. I haven't done anything on social media. These need to be planned out. So find a few contractors in your area that you can interview. And I'm talking the contractors that have to do specifically with your house. In California, it's termite, which is a big one. It's the home inspector, which is a big one, and even a plumbing inspector would be a good one. We bought an old house recently, and it had some older pipes, and I had the drain snaked. I wanted to just see what was going on, to make sure that the tree roots hadn't come into the house. I wanted to check out the water heater, make sure it was good, things like that. Guys, when people buy these huge investments for them, there's a lot of scary things that come along. And having somebody to provide the value of what they're going to be going through over the next few months as they own this house can be huge. So go find that term inspector, go find the home inspector and interview them on camera and just say, hey, tell me about your experience when you looked at a house. What are the things that you're concerned about? You know, if we find this 20-year-old water heater, what's the homeowner going to experience? How much does a water heater cost nowadays? What do they need to look at? You're about to say something. You want to jump in here?
I love Eric knows every time when I want to say something. No, I was going to say, you're right. What I would do is even like look at the TV shows and copy some of the things they do, right?
Yeah.
Like say TV show. Why are we all watching it? It's because it's something in value for us, right? We like to watching the real estate TV show. They fix the home. They're helping sellers and buyers. So us as a real estate agent, we're watching this show. We should be the one making these videos.
Correct. Yes. Go interview your clients and talk to them about what it was like buying a house with you. Talk about the selling experience that somebody just went through. Nothing beats a client testimonial and having them talk about you and how amazing you are. So go talk to contractors, go talk to clients, go preview some homes with clients and say, you know, what are the things that you're looking for in a home nowadays? And these are some homes that this offers. Talk to builders about what they're building and why they're building homes in certain ways and fashions and styles. Create this content. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, whatever you come up with. Create something once a week and advertise it for 7 days. So maybe you post your video on a Tuesday and it runs from Tuesday to Tuesday. There's your $20. And basically what you're going to get is you're going to get people to watch this video. You're going to run a campaign under video views. So you're trying to get the most amount of money or most amount of people watching this video. And you're going to be spending anywhere between 1 and 2 cents per video view. So you're going to get thousands of video views on your $20. It's the best $20 you'll ever spend. There's no amount of door knocking that you can do to have this type of reach. And so by you putting this content out, you're going to market to the same audience over and over and over and over and over. And they're going to see your smiling face and see all the people that you're interviewing and all the value that you bring to your clients. And when it comes time to sell their house, they're going to know how to get a hold of you because they see you every single week in their news feed. That's how you spend $20.
Now, we know that 2019 is really about the videos being more out there because people want to build a relationship with you. I know last year when I started doing video, one of the things I did wrong, and I want to share with everyone, it's not being prepared enough. Do you think we should? I know now I have to have a script. If I do like a video by myself, you know, you have to have some kind of script. You have to really be prepared because if you just go live and go with the flow,
you're all over the place.
Be like, oh no, that was horrible, and you're not gonna want to do it again, right?
Yeah.
The first video, be prepared, write a script, make it short, right?
Yep. Guys, I have my script here. You have to, or else you're going to be all over the place. You have to know what you're going to talk about, or you're going to wander. And then you're just going to be blabbing all over the place, and 30 minutes will go by, and you realize you didn't talk about anything.
Good at Toastmaster.
Yep. Good program.
Yeah. So 2019, if you're not active in social media, if you not do ads, one of the main thing is you have to go there and you have to start doing ads. We should be doing ads as real estate agent on Facebook, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I'm just going to say this. There's a lot of advertisements right now for real estate agents to buy leads from Facebook, right? Just like Zillow offers and everybody else, you can pay companies to create these lead gen ads for you. Guys, you're going to get the same results that Zillow's offering. You're going to get a bad number. You're going to get a bad email address. And you're going to get somebody that says, I don't know what you're talking about. I did not sign up for this. And you might get results. You might get people who fill out your information properly. But the conversion of a client comes from the value that you bring, not a cold lead that comes in with a name and a number. So
I agree. And to everyone who's listening to us right now, hi. Another thing why Eric is here today is, let's not forget, I forgot to do it in the intro, but he is a digital marketer and his background is real estate, and I just love that. I think it's beautiful to have, both background. And some of his best year, 2015, before he switched to digital marketing. Eric closed how many houses, Eric? I'm very impressed.
200. Yeah. We did 200 that year.
200. And your job was really, when you were a real estate agent, you were more the digital marketer. You were more doing the back end.
Yeah, we had a good team. There was a lot of agents on our team, and we crushed it. We brought value to our clients, and that's the point. But I helped run the back of our team and help get us in front of people. And I think the point you're getting at is that I know how to speak real estate, and I know how to speak real estate agent, and I know how to get you guys in front of the people that want to work with you.
And I think sometimes real estate agent, if you are busy, like I know if you don't have the budget, well, if you don't have a budget, you need to be active. Every day, you need to do story, you need to do videos, you need to be out there if you don't have the budget. And if you do have the budget, well, yes, you need to be out there. But I think at a certain point, when you're very busy, your time should not be in doing ads. I know when I became a top producer, what I did, I'm like, okay, I did it for so long. I need to use a third party to do my ads. And that's where someone like Eric came and help us so we can get leads, so he can manage and he can understand where I'm coming from, because his background is real estate.
Yeah,
so,
appreciate
that. Yes, that's something to remember, because it takes so much time to just create a Facebook ad these days, and they change everything every week.
Yeah, yep, you need to be on it. You need to be making course corrections as you go and changing your audience and making sure you're still staying in front of the right people. Yep.
Eric, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for, I know you're doing Lunch and Learn for Allison James, so I just want to say thank you for that. You educating our agents. You're also doing a webinar on Thursday, correct?
Yeah, and this actually ties in really well with today's topic, because on Thursday, we're talking about Facebook Live. And like I said before, if you've never done it, you got to try it. But this Thursday, we're doing a webinar. It's 55 minutes of how to be live on Facebook and use it in your business, how to build your audience, how to build a script, how to communicate with the people that are following you, and just really how to use this incredible free platform. It's basically a broadcasting channel for you and your business that you can use for free, which is incredible. So I hope that you guys can join us on Thursday. I think we have a link in the description, right, to register?
I'll make sure we have the link for the national webinar. We're expecting about, I think, like 500 to 700 registered to this webinar. So
yeah, it should be great.
I will add the link. And you're also doing recorded bootcamp for real estate agents, right?
Yeah. We realize that there's a lot of agencies out there who want to take control of your marketing and do it for you, which is great, because at least it takes, like you were saying, takes it off your plate. But at the same time, when it breaks, or when something doesn't work, or when you want to make a tweak in the middle of the night because you're realizing you're advertising to the wrong people, you don't have control of it. And so I want to help get that control back in your lives. And if you want to help manage your team, or even if you want to train your team on how to properly set up your social media, that's what this is for. So we start from the very basics and show you guys how to be on all the platforms like we talked about today, and really how to get on social media if you're not there already.
Eric, thank you very much for being here with us.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.